Hey, good morning. Happy Tuesday. It's the 9th of January. And it's, at least it's not foggy today. Yesterday it was foggy and everyone was driving extremely slow. And it was just like, going through traffic. And so, it just slows everybody down. Everyone's being extra extra precautious on the road. So that's fine. But at the same time, it was like, come on, dude. Because you couldn't pass anybody in passing lanes because, you couldn't see what was coming in the other lane of the traffic, because even if they had their headlights on or the brights, it didn't matter. You couldn't see anything, and it just was, it was a long drive to work. But, yeah, so apparently there was a national championship game last night, Georgia versus Alabama, and for the second straight year, Alabama managed to defeat one of the dogs. Last year they beat the Huskies. This year they beat Georgia, and it was just the way that it happened was just, you're just like, really? I don't hate teams. I can dislike coaches, and I can dislike the fact that, when you think about it, Nick Saban has 6 championships in his career. 6. And all the other college coaches combined do not equal 6. It's ridiculous. He's got 6 titles, while everyone else added together doesn't even have 1. Can't equal that. So it's just ridiculous, and it's envious in a way that the reason I say that because I just wish that I could experience that whole feeling. When the Seahawks won the Super Bowl 48, Super Bowl 48, it was, I can tell you, man, it was quite an experience. At the same time, it's not the same feeling. And I'll sort of explain that. When your baseball team wins, it's an awesome feeling. I don't know what that feels like, because now the Mariners have the longest streak of, not being in the postseason. After the Bills made the playoffs. So the Bills make the playoffs, and now the Mariners have the longest streak of any professional team without playoff experience. And so, when your baseball team wins, it's different. When your football team wins, it's different. Basketball team's different. It's when your college team wins, that's where you get players that want to come here from high school. So it helps recruiting. And in a way, being a professional, so when the Seahawks won, we had a lot of players that wanted to come here, but at the same time, you had to fit them into your payroll. So you still had to pay them a lot of money. But with college players, whether you can argue whether or not college players get paid or get money from boosters, when a college team wins, people want to go there. So when Alabama wins, people want to go play for Alabama because they have a storied history of winning championships, and players want to get on TV, they want to get the exposure, they want to win titles. So that's what guides them there. But so the Huskies, with their ongoing success every year, they get players that want to come here, but at the same time, it doesn't do as much good for the school as winning a national championship. And the Huskies haven't won since '91. I can at least say that we won one, but and the thing is, there's more of a connection to college football teams than professional, because you actually went to that school. You actually remember walking around campus, having classes with some of the players. And you and the players have an experience that you both shared. It's not like, I just happen to live in Seattle, or I happen to live in Denver, or I happen to live in, St. Louis, or I happen to, when they had a team. You just don't happen to live in a city that has a football team. You happen to live, you happen to go to a school that, wins a title or enjoys success, and you actually went to that school. It's a different thing. It's going to a school opposed to just living in a city or rooting for a winning team. You can bandwagon college teams. I know a lot of people that do. But it's more of a personal connection to a college, university football team or basketball team or any other sports team for a college than it is for a professional team. And that's just, that's why when you go to a college football game, it's a much different experience. It's more pure. It's more generic. It's not generic, but organic. It's more organic. You know, you get people that go there because, hey, I went to the school too, you know, and I'm all about the pride of the school. It's not about, you know, my football team beat your football team. It's more of along the lines of just you went to that school and it's more of an organic support for that system. So, you know, Crimson Tide won, Alabama won, so, you know, I'm not going to say hats off to them because, you know, they don't need it. They win a lot. And that quarterback they have back there is just, from what I hear, he's going to be phenomenal. You know, and that throw, man, that was ridiculous. I mean, it was like they sacked him. He lost like 8, 9, 10 yards. And you're like, man, they're like barely within, I mean, field goal range is, you're pushing 50 plus yards right now. And then the next play, straight up bomb, perfect money pass right on the spot. You couldn't throw it any better than that. Game over. And it was just like, oh, man. Because if you're rooting for Georgia or pulling against Alabama the way that I was, it's you were just sort of like, oh, man, really? That's just the outcome? So the thing is with the sporting events, again, it doesn't bother me. It's like, you know, it's some people relish in, you know, the fact that their team won and, you know, that their team, or they, you know, try to mow everyone else down when their team loses. It's like, with me, I love my school. I love the Huskies because of the fact that I went there, and I'm so grateful that the fact that I went there. And it was, I didn't honestly expect that I would get in. You know, it was one of those things that, you know, I tried to get in, or at least it crossed my mind. It's like, you know what? I graduated, you know, community college with a high GPA. Let's see if I get in. You know, and I applied, and it says you're in. I'm like, what? I'm going to a university, man. It was one of the greatest feelings of my life, just getting in. And then when I got there and graduating was just, it was getting to something that I never thought I would be able to do, or was within the realm of possibility for me. I never thought that I would go to college. I kind of accepted the fact that I would just, you know, go to a community college, get like a certificate, and work my way up in a business and work my way up. I never thought that I would go to university, but lo and behold, I did. And graduating, and the fact that I shook Mark Emmert's hand, you know, he's the president, I believe, of the NCAA, and it was just the greatest moment of my life. I mean, up to that point, you know, having a kid and meeting the woman of your dreams is different, but at that point, that was the highlight of my life, you know, and I was riding on cloud 9. You know, it was the greatest day of my life. Coming to realization that I was graduating college. And then after that, that's when I had the 300 plus jobs I put in for that I didn't get in or get a job for. I got a few interviews. Had one phone interview, and that was the one that actually ended up panning out for me. But I had interviews at some different departments and testings and things like that, and it just never panned out. But the thing is, it worked out for the best, you know, and I'm happy where I am today, and I'm just grateful that I can look back upon that and say, you know, I've come a long way, and I know that it was a struggle at one point, and I got through okay, and I can be thankful for where I am today. So this morning, got up a little bit later than usual, but got a little workout in. I will definitely run today, and then get things going this afternoon. Hopefully get. I'm actually looking forward to baseball now. So since college football's over, I don't have an NBA team. I don't care about the NBA. And hockey. You know, until Seattle gets a team, it's sort of like I pull for the Red Wings because my dad raised me a Red Wings fan, but other than that, it's sort of just, I don't have much invested into it or you know, much support for NHL at the moment. Yeah, I'm looking forward to baseball season. You know, I think it's 38 days before everyone reports to spring training. So I'm looking forward to that. We're not going out to Arizona this year, so because we're going on so many trips already, going to California twice and then Kauai in May. So anyway, I hope you guys have a great day. Enjoy the Tuesday. Thank you for watching, and I will see you tomorrow morning.